welcome. Hi. Thanks so much for this idea. We'll get started in just a couple minutes as people come in. It is such a nice day out today. Today was really the first time that my car got really hot at being parked outside. Oh, I'm glad you like the idea. I wanted to make it, I wanted to make it something nice that people would want to hang up in their homes. And so this is a fun one with our bird. We've never really painted a bird like this before, so I'm excited about that. So that'll be cool. I know that we will have some others joining, so I will wait a minute. I've got my canvas ready, got my cup of water ready, paints, our usual black and white, the primary colors, just a little bit of red and a little bit of yellow. We don't really need a whole bunch. This is way more paint than I need, for sure. Welcome, welcome if you're just joining us. I'm just talking about the paints that we need. We've got the usual white and black. Really, yeah, not a lot of red, not a lot of yellow that we need, but we'll be using the primary colors in black and white. I've got my usual brushes, my big flat angled brush for our sky, and I'll probably move to a smaller angled brush for the branches, and yeah, especially because my big brushes are not doing fine lines very well anymore. Anyway, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. This is the last Tuesday Paint with Jackie in May, but I do have, I'm looking at the calendar, 2 more Thursdays painting with Jana Marie Foundation. So today is our last Tuesday for May, and I'll be at Jana Marie Foundation for the next 2 Thursdays in May, and then we'll have to sit tight for June because of my teaching schedule is changing at work, and some other things are changing. So we'll have to see what June will look like for painting. What else can I tell you? Yeah, so this is thanks to Angela, who's joining us right now. She had the brilliant idea of, let's do a painting that we can give someone to thank them for all of the work that they're doing during these crazy times. So a nurse or a doctor, a postal worker, food prep, delivery, someone in your life that you just want to tell them thanks for taking care of us during this crazy time. So we can have fun with this. You can write, any message you want in your branches. You can say thank you, love you, or someone's name. Maybe you don't want to give this as a thank you gift. Maybe you just kind of want it for your house. You can write welcome home. We can think of lots of cool things when we put words in. I'll be doing this really cool robin, or you can make it any bird that you like. And yeah, so let's get started. As always, these live videos automatically save in the Paint with Jackie Facebook page in the video section, and I will upload it to my YouTube playlist. So stay tuned for that, and you can share it with anyone you know who wants to paint later. All right, so I'm going to grab my big brush. Let me make sure I'm fitting in here. Okay. And I'm actually going to start with blue. I'm going to start by making this really bright blue just right across the top. And then we can soften that up later. So I'm just going right across the top here in blue. I hope everyone's having a good day today. It's definitely starting to feel more like spring and summer out there. Lots more green on the trees. Things are looking more and more beautiful. So that's always a good thing. So I'm just gonna put that blue right across the top. I might just take it down, not very far. Am I fitting in the screen here? Let me raise my camera up here. That won't do it. Am I as... Okay, we'll figure this out. Whoops, nope, we don't want to go down. Oh, now we're all sorts of falling apart here. Bear with me. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna crack myself up. We're okay. My camera's flopping over. All right, get it together. Hold on. All right, I got this. I got this, guys. I got this. Hold on. This is what happens when I try to fix something. Okay. This contraption, I swear, it's serving its purpose for sure, but it's definitely, you know, the cheaper version that I got. All right, we're gonna hang that there. We're gonna move this like that. Okay. I think we're okay now. Okay. Thanks. We're back. Nothing, no problems here. Oh, this thing is so finicky. It's when I go, oh, that's not good. When I go landscape, things get super weird. And now you're being weird. Okay. Well, we got this. We got this. We are doing fine, folks. We got this. Okay. So I've got my blue across the top. I've still got that blue paint on my brush. I'm gonna dip right into my white, okay? And I'm gonna let that white in my brush blend in with that blue, back and forth and back and forth and up and down. I'm gonna grab more white on my brush and just let that blue that's already in the bristles mix in there, and I'm gonna get this nice blend on. My setup is just not cooperating today. All right. Please. Keep on adding white to my brush. And just that blue that was in my bristles is just going to be enough to get me some good blending happening. And I can go back up to the top if I want. Just getting the old blend going on. Making sure I'm getting off all that paint. And I'm just grabbing more white, and I'm I'm going to keep working on this, building this down, bringing this down. And again, I haven't really added any more blue. I haven't added any more blue at all, actually. Just adding white. All right, so I'm going about 3/4 of the way down with the white-blue blending. And now, because I want to transition to a pale yellow, I want to make sure that my brush is clean. So I'm going to wipe off that excess paint. All right, Roberta, no problem. I can't wait to see what you do. So again, I'm wiping off that excess paint. I'm going to give this brush a nice clean rinse because I want to get a nice clean yellow, pale yellow happening. So I want a clean brush. So I'm just going to wipe this off in my cup here. All right, dry this off. Actually, I don't think I did a very good job cleaning, so I'm gonna hit that up again. All right, so now I'm gonna continue with white, pure white. I'm gonna make sure that I'm not mixing with that blue anymore. And now I'm going to, yeah, I'm not going all the way down. I mean, I can. So that's got a strip of white beneath that blue. And I'm gonna wipe my brush again because I have some blue in it. Now I'm gonna dip into just a touch of yellow, smidgy smooch of yellow, and I'm gonna blend in that yellow into the white. And I'm not gonna go up close to the blue with a bunch of yellow on my brush. I'm gonna bring that all the way down. Grab some more yellow and bring that all the way down. All right, I'm gonna wipe off this little bit of paint here, and I'm gonna go back and grab some white. A little bit of white on my brush, and I'm gonna blend that white into the upper part of that yellow and try to smooth that transition into the blue. All right, so now I want to add just more yellow down here because I want to make sure that that stays wet, because I do want to blend in some red to get this sunset peach, right? So just a smidgy smooch of red, like the smidgiest of smooches. Barely there. I can always add more. It's harder to take it away. And oh yeah, love that color. Add smidgy smooches at a time. And if you've gone in too hot with the red, then you can always just add more yellow and white, and that'll help tone down your red. Little smidgy smooches at a time. There we go, something like that. I think I want a little bit more red down here. I do like that color. All right. Something like that. So that's our background. Right? That's our fun little background. I just need to win the lottery and build a studio. That's what I need to do. I have a good spot to do these paintings. Okay. Awesome. So I am going to move to a smaller flat angled brush to work on my branches, just because I have not been trusting my big brush lately. I need to get a new brush. So I don't really have too much paint on the brush, but just wipe off any excess pigment, give my big brush a nice good clean rinse, and I'll set him aside. I probably won't use that one again. All right, so now let's talk about branch color. So for these branches, they're mostly gray, okay? And to make them a bit more brown, I added a little touch of red. But really we're going for like a dark gray. So I'm gonna start with a smidgy smooch of black and just add some white to it. Little smidgy smooch of red. More smidgy smooches of red. And I think I want to go darker than that. So I'm gonna add more black. So you're just kind of playing around with a color that you like. And whenever I'm mixing color for tree branches, I don't mind if it's not mixed thoroughly. I kind of like keeping it kind of marbly and seeing what happens when I put the brush on the canvas. So, all right, so now I've got this color on my brush here, and we're gonna go right to it. We're not gonna think, we're gonna take a nice deep breath, and we're gonna put down our first branch. And our first branch is gonna be where our birdie is gonna sit, okay? So figure out where you want that bird, okay? Mine's gonna be like right about here. So I'm gonna imagine, okay, where that bird is sitting. So make sure you think hard about where that bird is, and make sure you position that perch to be in a place that allows you to put that bird down, okay? So if my birdie is kind of gonna be like here, with his tail going up that way, his body down here, his legs here, then my perch is somewhere around here. And I'm gonna pull that branch down here, not all the way. And yeah, that branch goes up off the side here. Gonna fill that out. All right, so now I can relax a little bit. That was the hardest branch that we're gonna do, right? I'm just mixing some more of that branch color for myself. And now I'm going to put this larger branch, I'm gonna cut from the bottom and go turn left. Ooh, what a happy little accident. See, I didn't thoroughly mix my color and some white just streaked out from my brush. It's a happy little accident because I'm gonna go back and put on highlights anyway, so sweet. As Bob Ross would say, right? Happy little accident. All right, I think I need to make that branch a little bit thicker. That's just me. All right, so here we go. I'm just thickening this up. Cool. All right, now I'm just gonna add some branches that are kind of hanging out from off the sides of the canvas, right? Mix up some more of this branch color. All right, so I'm gonna do this guy. Check out this poor guy, got a little chunky, so I'm gonna add him over here. So these are just, you know, I did it again. I got chunky and I didn't mean to. I'll add a little branch there. Okay. So these are the branches that are kind of on trees that are nearby, and we're just seeing them kind of creep in. They're just creeping in, hanging out. Alrighty. I love painting branches. I could just do this all day. I'm gonna take one from this bigger one and just kind of pull it out. And the flat angled brushes are gonna help you out. I can move those flat angled brushes back and forth in my plate, and I can get as good of an edge as I can, and pull out those really fine little branches, those twigs. Cool. Welcome to you who've just joined us. I think a couple people popped in. Thanks for being here. I can't wait to see these photos again. If you're new here, we love sharing our photos of our finished products here in the comments or on the Paint with Jackie page. I can't wait to see these. These are going to be nice. All right, and so we're not going to paint the words just yet. I want to put our bird down first. But I am going to paint that upper branch that's hanging out at the top. So this long main one. So I'm not doing the words just yet. I'm just going to pull that long one out here. Something like that. Here. Cool. All right, so those are our main branches. We'll do the words after. We want to get our bird in. We want to make sure our bird has a nice place to live, and then we can work around the bird with the lettering, okay? So I'm going to use this remnant branch color on my brush to kind of sketch out my bird, okay? I'm just going to take off, kind of wipe off the glop here, but I'm going to use that color just to sketch out the outline of my bird. Okay, all right, so we're going to do this in steps and in shapes. Okay, so I'm going to do the line of his belly up to the tail. Okay, it's kind of like a scoop or a Nike just do it swoop, right? So the belly is a little bit above this branch, and it's going to be like a kind of a bottom of a ladle, and then up and out for the tail. Okay, so again, that's the belly, his body, and then up and out for the tail. And then I'm going to forget his head right now. I'm just going to ignore it. And I'm just gonna curve out his body and back and up to the rest of his tail. So I curved that ladle on his belly, up and out for his tail. I'm ignoring his head and pulling out the top. It kind of looks like a drumstick right now. A chicken drumstick. All right, now for his head, I'm not just drawing a circle, I'm squashing that circle into his body, okay? So it kind of looks like this. So there is a circle, but I've squashed it into his body. Like so. Take a little water break. And now we're just gonna do the wing, just the outline of the wing so we know what we're doing. And we're gonna do his beak and his feet later. So don't worry about those just yet. All right, so for his wing, I'm starting right next to his head, a little bit to the right, and his wing is poking out over here. So that's basically our robin, right? And with that color, I can basically fill in his head and his back. I'm gonna leave his belly open so we can do that in a red or a pink. So I'm just filling that in. I'm gonna mix up some more color. He's looking a little fuzzy and I wanna just get more crisp color on there. And I'm kind of, with this small brush, I can kind of use the tips to kind of pull out little feathers in those wings and tail, right? Alrighty, now for the robin's red breast, his belly, his chest. I'm just gonna I'm not even gonna wash my brush. I'm gonna touch into some red and a little touch of white, and it's gonna make like a dirty pink. And I'm gonna swoop that under his head and wing for the telltale red breast of our robin here. I might want that just a little bit brighter. So I'm gonna mix up some more red in there, some white, and why not a little touch of yellow to kind of brighten things up. A little more white. There we go. Something like that for our little robin. Awesome. All right, so now going in with a little bit more white. So a lot of white on my brush. I'm just going to kind of highlight under his wing, on his tail, on his wing itself. So just little highlights. All right, again, we're going to wait on his eye and beak and legs for later. Cool. Oh, I'm crooked again. We'll get there someday, folks. We will get there someday. Okay. So while he's cooking, while he's getting ready to dry, we can start thinking about our lettering. Okay? And here's the cool thing about the lettering. They're branches, so they don't have to be pretty, right? So don't get stressed about your lettering, right? Okay? I would mime it like over the canvas to kind of plan ahead for where your letters need to be. Okay? And for me, the T is just, the top of the T is already a part of that branch that's already there. So for the T, I'm just pulling down a straight line. So let's get some more of that branch color going. All right, so if I'm starting here with my T, I'm just, again, this is a branch, so it's not going to be like perfectly straight. There's my T. Coming at you with an H right here. So for me, my H is coming out, dropping down longer than my T. I'm going to do the left side of the A, and the right side of the A connects to the top side. Make sure you're planning ahead, guys, and don't spell it wrong. It's really easy to spell things wrong when you're painting because you're not thinking about spelling. You're thinking about letters and lettering. Just going to go over these. And don't worry if it looks creepy. It will look creepy, but once we add the leaves, it won't look creepy anymore. It'll look more pretty and spring-like. All right, so then for my N is starting on the right side, and the left side point of this N is hanging out in the middle of the sky. So this point is not connected to the branch. Something like that. Wouldn't it be great if I spelled this wrong? Oh my goodness. I would die laughing. I still have one more word to go. There's plenty of time to make a spelling error. All right, and then for my K, the right side of the K comes down, and then the left and bottom of the K is just hanging out in space. There we go, something like that. Cool. And then for the U, I like how the U is just kind of going downstairs here, like boop, boop. Okay, so for the U, I'm going to start here with the Y. That just looks like a branch. That means we're doing it right. And then the O. The O is kind of like a little hoop. And our U. Cool. Something like that. Oh, I can't wait to see these. I can't wait to see your pictures. If your paint is getting a little dry, sometimes I add just a little touch of water to kind of smooth out so it's not so scratchy. Something like that. Awesome. Sweet. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is, so I've got my lettering down there. I'm going to wipe off the excess paint from this old brush. Give it a good clean rinse. And now I'm going to mix some green for my leaves. And this is going to be fun. So you're just going to have fun mixing some greens. And I'm going to use the old like stamp technique where I'm just going to find a way to tap my brush on the canvas so it makes a leaf shape that I like. So I'm going to mix some blue and some yellow. I'm going to go for a pale green, so more yellow. Then blue, maybe. I added too much blue, I think. All right, so then I'm going to use my brush, and I'll move back here. You can see it on my tablecloth. I'm just going to practice tapping my brush in different ways as I hold it in my hand to figure out what kind of stamp I like. And I am going to, I usually don't do this, but I am going to try and concentrate my little leaves on these little twigs because it's spring and these are just blooming. So we just got these little guys hanging out on the on our little twigs here. So in other words, I'm not going full bloom here with these leaves. You just get really cool shapes, especially with this flat angled brush. Got a little over here on the K. Cool. And then you can like, maybe up here, they're getting a little bit more highlighted. Cool beans. Speaking of highlights, I forgot to highlight my branches. So I'm gonna do that, but before I do that, I'm going to take advantage of the green in my brush, and I'm gonna add in this stem to the flower. So I want this stem to be pretty pale, so I've added more yellow and a little touch of white. And we don't have the beak in yet, but that's okay, we can imagine. And this stem is gonna come right in front of his face. Something like that. So that's the stem for my little daisy that we'll put in. But first I want to highlight my branches. I totally forgot about that. So I'm just going to wipe off the green I have here. And I'm going to make a very, very light gray. So kind of mixing with our branch color, but with a lot of white. And I'm just going to touch a little here and there where I want some highlights to show in. So I'm definitely going to go between the letters up here where that sunset is hitting down below. Ooh, yeah. Something like that. That's fun. Cool. Might even hit up my bird. Cool beans. All right. Now I can wipe off my brush and I want to move to yellow, because yellow we can get a couple of things done. We can do our beak, we can do our feet, and the center of our daisy. So I'm going to take in a little yellow on the corner of my brush, and I'm going to put in that center of the daisy. I'm going to take a little yellow on the corner of my brush and go in for our beak on our robin. Like so. And if you're doing yellow on yellow like I am right now, you might need to add a little bit of red so it shows up on top of the yellow. And I'm gonna put in his little feet, little bird feet. Yeah, I might have to make his beak yellow too so you can actually see it. I mean his orange, make his beak orange. Something like that. Cool. All right, let's clean that brush nice and clean so we can do some white petals for the daisy and for around the robin's eye. Getting that brush nice and clean. Finding some scraps of paper towel. All right. Going into my white paint for some petals. Ooh, you got blurry for a second there, buddy. Okay. So now I'm just gonna pull down these petals on the bottom of my daisy. Like so. And they are indeed there. I don't know if you can see them. It's very bright under the light here, so you might not be able to see that, but that's there. Oh yeah, that is super bright in the light, so you might not see that, but that's okay. And then just a little roundy around his eye. Not a perfect circle, just a little suggestion of a ring around his eye. And I can fix that with the back of my brush, and I can kind of tap in his black eye if you want to give him a black eye. Something like that. Yeah. Something like that. I might ruin it right now. No. Just add a little bit more black to his head. I think his head is a little darker in reality. All right. We did it, guys. I promise you my daisy has leaves on, has petals on it, but you really can't tell how bright it is, maybe. Okay. All right, folks. So that's our little thank you painting. I hope you guys had fun with this one. Thanks again to Angela for suggesting this. This was a great idea. Please visit the Paint with Jackie page later in the video section. That's where this video will be saved. Also, I will upload it to my YouTube playlist. Please share it with anyone you think would want to make a little token of appreciation for those essential workers in their lives, doctors, nurses, delivery folks, postal workers, people making my food at autos. Yeah, so this was fun, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you share your photos in the comments section or on my Paint with Jackie page. Again, this is my last Tuesday painting for May. I'll be back on the last 2 Thursdays of May at Jan and Marie Foundation, and then we'll have to stay tuned for June because my schedule will be changing for sure. So thank you guys so much, and enjoy this beautiful day. And this is Jackie with Paint with Jackie, and I'll see you next time.